NatureLover versus Pika here. Now, both very, very loyal to their characters. As you can see, NatureLover with 19 picks on Julia, 42%. I believe that's the highest number of picks for a single character on the roster right now. He does have a 42% win rate. And of course, the total picks one. The one true Julia.
Definitely. Of course, he's living by the hashtag Tunay Julia. Can't blame him for being that person. And of course, this says a lot about him being a character loyalist. And the way he plays Julia is quite different as compared to everyone else in the roster.
Definitely, and him having the hashtag, you know, he really makes it a point because, as we've mentioned, he is such a complete Julia player, you know, hyper adaptable. His adjustments with his combos are second to none when it comes to Julia. And right now, his biggest task is how he's going to adjust to Pika, even though he does have a slight lead in that head-to-head.
Mm-hmm. And of course, one of the strengths of NatureLover is the mix-ups in the OK. Wow, nice poses, you two. I mean, the mix-ups he has for the wake-up game, not the OK, but the wake-up game, because he has this just frame, a very dangerous, a very lethal war drum to a mid mix-up after the opponent decks. So that is something that everyone needs to watch out for.
And talking about the War Drums is one of the most unique tools in the game, in the sense that it's one of the tools that makes backdashing a very bad idea, because when you get hit by the tip range of the low, the second hit becomes a full natural hit, and if you're against the wall in that situation, well, you've already put one foot in the grave at that point.
And of course, NatureLover has mastered this since before Tekken 7. I think it was Tekken 6 that he has been doing the wardrobe mix-up, and he has been very good at it. Actually, he has been very famous at it in the local scene. And well, that's what makes him a very formidable Julia.
Another thing I'd like to point out when it comes to NatureLover, he's been abusing the hell out of tip range back 3, and every time there's such a good chance of, if people try to punish it, that while Rising 4 is gonna clock you in the face.
He mixes up sometimes. He does the full crouch launcher. He does the wall rising 4, and he also does the bow and arrow sometimes. Depends on what the opponent punishes him with. So I remember with Leroy, nag-bow and arrow lang siya. But against Mouth, when Nina punished it with a wall rising 1 and it whiffed, he got launched for it.
Again, that's just a testament to how well versed he is in this character and how disciplined he is, and the amount of lab work both of these players have done is insane. You know, they just love to sit down and just experiment with things that people wouldn't even think about.
Even the minute details about the character, like for a specific move, not just the properties on hit, on block, the frames, hindi lang dun eh. Sometimes even if you got hit by this move, how will your orientation be? How far will you be from your opponent? Which way will you be facing? Stuff like that. So that is something these two coaches have been really studying and really putting a lot of effort into. And that's what makes them very, very deserving to be in this position right now.
And exactly, they can see the bigger picture, they see the entire painting, but they can still appreciate the individual strokes of each paintbrush, you know. And just this attention to detail has snagged them the wins that they have. And honestly, though, I feel like that's a bit of a double-edged sword, because if you play against like someone like Maru, right, it's like, okay, he just does it anyway, you know.
Right.
Knowledge is a curse sometimes, basically.
Sometimes kasi you just need to forget whatever it is that you learned from the book. Just go out and do whatever you think will connect. And sometimes that works. So let's see how. Oh, here's the armored cat you were wanting to see.
Exactly, and Cat is definitely closer because Jaguar, he needs a bit more buffs to get there. If you guys, if anyone's listening, but And now Pika, of course, showing why he is a character loyalist, but nature lover, trying already to go for those shotgun rolls there. Very, very dangerous tool that Julia has. Beautiful duck. And I love the discipline not to go for a while rising punish there. That move is insanely fast on recovery. It will punish you if your launcher from crouching is slow.
Exactly. If you throw anything that is negative on block, you know, it would go the other way around instead of you punishing the opponent. So that's a good decision making from Pika.
And the mix-ups are coming. That
Spring!
is 50-50.
Oh!
He flips! He goes for the moonsault. Is it gonna land? Oh my god. Lover is in the situation. Oh, and the toe kick. He gets it anyway.
Missed it by an inch! Did you see that? This is what makes Tekken very beautiful to watch. You know, that slow-mo mechanic. Thank you very much, Bandai Namco, for bringing that.
And 2 launches and it's over. That's just how explosive Armor King is, you know? You give him the momentum, you give him the damage, that's what happens.
Nice launch from NatureLover. Definitely, this will be taken to the wall. Just like that, Half-Life gone.
And I love that adjustment here. Good stuff to avoid the electric chair. Pika is down a lot of health here, but NatureLover keeping it tight. Does not want to throw anything unsafe because he knows how explosive that damage is.
And of course, NatureLover putting Pika inside the blender and he was successful! Oh my god. Oh, an arrow. What's he gonna do? Go, slow.
And for those folks wondering how come Pika just can't fuzzy a lot of these options, well, the thing about Julia is most of these things you're seeing, they're true mix-ups. It's so hard to fuzzy these, and NatureLover just swinging the momentum in his favor just like that.
There's the Magic 4, of course. This will be taken to the wall again by NatureLover himself.
That down back 3 is gonna give him a little room to breathe. The down 3 whiffs. Oh, the war drums, the very famous war drums. NatureLover taking the first set against Pika there. Really, I would say that was such an interesting 3 rounds there. Pika did look like he had the clear advantage in the first 2 rounds, and NatureLover was like, you know what? Mix-ups.
Also, one of the things that, yeah, I have to agree with you on that. NatureLover really did go on party mode during all those 3 rounds. The offense that we kept on pushing on, the elbows, the lows, the mix of the spins, all made sense as we closed that match, and it really favored NatureLover. Now, one of the things that we have to consider here is their rankings, their position in the rankings. At the beginning of the day, Pika and NatureLover are tied with Coffee Prince, all at 16 points, and they are the position 6, 7, and 8 in the top 8. Now, this match between them not only gains them a point, not only gives them a chance to gain a point to climb the rankings, but also to stop the other player from getting any points and, you know, be easy for them to surpass each other. So, sobrang laking bagay nitong match na to between NatureLover and Pika.
And well explained by Hot E there. And another thing, the reason why he did go for a lot of those elbows and those mix-ups, Armor King just does not have a fantastic sidestep. You know, his sidestep in this game is subpar to say the least. And he does have a punch parry. So NatureLover, he knew that if he just kept the elbow pressure and the knees, Pika just does not have that option with him to get NatureLover off his face.
True. And wait, yung parry ni Armor King, is it exclusive to punches?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Please, Bamco, please.
Because
Give us something.
I remember I think with Brian and Marshall, with Brian, kasi he can parry elbows.
Yeah.
So he has a punch parry, pero it can also parry elbows. So unfortunately, Armor King doesn't have that. Okay, I'll take note of that.
Oh my goodness, and that war drum. Again, we've talked about that. NatureLover using it like an absolute master, and I love that readjustment there. He knew that last hit would have whiffed, and that bow and arrow.
He didn't continue the last hit of the combo, wanting to see how the orientation of the body towards against the wall. It was a side wall, but the splat was a bit high, so he had time to do that fusion punch.
And I love Pika with the hen he got with the sauce combo there. He knew that if he did the usual combo, it would hit too soon and basically gimp his damage. But smart there. Beautiful while rising punish. Super
this
sharp
could be
on the
it.
read. Is it
One more
though?
mix up. Yes.
Round 3. Fight.
Round 3. Okay,
Went
neutral
for
hop pick there. There's the mad axis. Good escape from Pika. Went for the Caesar kicks. Animal got pissed. Ooh.
Up forward 1. Very sneaky move by Julia. That does crush on jabs if you throw it at the same time. And what else does crush jabs? A full crouch bow and arrow.
Round 4.
That's it. And he was in a position to take that risk. Even if Pika was able to block that, he has the life to spare. You know, he would still get another chance for another mix-up even after Pika gets that combo.
Exactly. Pika, though, doing a good job of keeping NatureLover out of the rolls here. The rolls really opening things up for NatureLover and Julia as a character. Oh, but Pika didn't fall for that time. Deceptive kick trying to come out. Casho chop. Ooh, not landing.
Another. One more mix-up. Is NatureLover going for a 2-0? Yes, he did. And this will catapult him in the rankings. Congratulations, NatureLover.
Champion.